Minnesota Fine Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer is famously in the final year of his contract, even though he's fine being a lame duck. That's very Zimmer of him. General manager Rick Spielman is also nearing the end of his Band-Aid extension that tied him to the team through the 2020 season. But given the direction of the football team, as well as the extension of the Tim Pot Pizza Ranch dictator Kirk Cousins, it would make a lot of sense to extend Zimmer and Spielman at the same time, man. So let's talk about it today. So Zimmer, Spielman, I think they really are joined at the hip. I think they do have a good working relationship. In terms of GMs and head coaches, I think they're probably top 5, top 7 in terms of relationship, both personnel-wise as well as the product on the field. And they should be. I mean, they've had some decent amount of success together since 2014. Gone through some ups and downs, certainly plenty of both of them. And Spielman has bought the groceries, and Zimmer, by and large, has generally cooked a palatable meal. Right? So that's where we are. And that sort, we do talk about plateauing. It does feel like maybe Zimmer and Spielman have plateaued together, but also it's the Andy Dalton conundrum where you feel like he's good. He could get better, maybe get over the hump, but also you're deathly afraid of doing worse because you certainly can do a lot worse than Mike Zimmer and Rick Spielman. All right, so I do not think that if Spielman fired Zimmer, that he has done enough to choose another head coach. Because remember, Spielman was brought aboard during the Brad Childress era, the Triangle of Authority or whatever it was going to be. And then he selected Leslie Frazier as the interim and then head coach in 2011. And then he picked Zimmer in 2014. GMs generally do not get 3 pulls at head coach on the old slot machine. So probably not, right? But as of right now, both Zimmer and Spielman are lame ducks headed into 2020, which is to say, if the Vikings want to move on from Spielman, they should do it now, right? I'm not advocating that. I'm a big Rick Spielman fan, and frankly, I think he should be extended long term. I think he should be general manager of the Vikings as long as he wants to be. But timing-wise, it's different than head coaches, because if they want a new GM, they should do it now, give the new GM a full college football season, if there is a season, and have his scouts in place, getting ready for 2021 free agency, as well as the draft. Now would be the time to do it. But I don't think they will, so it bodes well for Spielman. But the way that Spielman handled 2020 free agency as well as the draft, it tells me of a man who's very, very secure in his job. Not a lot of desperation, a lot of planning for the future. So I think Spielman is absolutely going to be fine. Like, he wouldn't be a squirrel stocking up those future draft picks if he didn't plan on using them, right? So I would be shocked if Spielman actually does have an extension on the DL, that they're waiting to announce it until things get done with some other players. So there. Zimmer, like we mentioned, is famous for being a lame duck. He would have been fine coaching in his contract year last year, except they gave him a 1-year Band-Aid extension. They haven't done that quite yet this year. But I do think the team is committed to the current power structure through at least 2022, which is ironically the duration of Kirk Cousins' latest contract extension. So I do think that the team should commit to Zimmer and Spielman for that same duration. It's like when they both got those 1-year Band-Aids. It's synced up with the end of Kirk Cousins' first 3-year deal with the Vikings. That was not an accident. So I think that since they signed up Kirk Cousins again, which, again, owners would have had to give their blessing to Rick Spielman to do such things, I think it does just make sense. It's almost a formality of committing to Zimmer and Spielman through 2022. Now, timing-wise, again, I do think it would be smart to announce their deals after Dalvin Cook, after Anthony Harris, if they are going to get extended long-term. I think that'd be smart because optically, GM and a coach getting nice big-time extensions before some key players, optically it's just not a great look, right? But it does make sense for continuity of the franchise and stability. I think Zimmer and Spielman have earned that to a degree. And like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if there's something agreed upon, whether it be on paper, whether it be a handshake, head, nudge, wink, wink deal, that the Vikings and Spielman and Zimmer do have something cooking for the next couple years, and no one's worried about jobs right now. But just make it official. Make it official. All right, so your thoughts, Zimmer, Spielman extension, let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, pull some of the Venmo, plus give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time, Skol, production value.